tried to be patient with you, Mr. Grand, but you leave me no choice.
Your Honor, please, no, please forgive me. I swear I lost myself. I won't disrupt this courtroom again, I promise.
I'm not inclined to believe you, Mr. Grand. Officers?
Your Honor, if prosecution may speak, we request that Mr. Grand be given another chance.
Well, a cynical man might say it's in your interest to keep him here, Mr. Callison, to further prejudice this jury. The defense may take a different view, Mr. Russell.
Well, we couldn't agree with you more, Your Honor. Gabrielle. Your Honor, my client has no objections to Mr. Grand remaining in the courtroom.
Very well, Mr. Grand. You may take your seat. But one more outburst, and you will find yourself in one of the cells in the basement of this building, facing a charge of contempt.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank the kind heart of the defense. Mr. Russell, can we persuade you now to continue?
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Yes, redirect, Your Honor.
That's what we're here for, Mr. Callison.
Thank you. Miss McGillis, at the urging of Mr. Russell, you said that it was your view that Gabrielle Medina was a deeply caring, sensitive mother.
That is how I have seen her to be.
Can you offer us examples of her maternal instinct?
Your Honor.
Sit down, Mr. Russell. You had your turn.
If you're talking about my son, I have seen her with him many times, and she's always been very gentle and caring, and he responded to that love.
Could you be more specific?
I saw them together in the garden at Grandview once, and she was holding him, and she was showing him flowers, and they were having a wonderful time together, and it was obvious to me that she was very special to him.
Well, I mean, in other words, what you're telling us, Miss McGillis, is that Gabrielle Medina was always thoughtful. She was caring when it came to your son.
Yes.
Well, then I'm confused. I mean, look, if she was always so thoughtful and so caring, especially over such a long period of time, how are we to believe that she was insane when she stole the child from its rightful mother?
Well, I'm not talking about that night because I wasn't there that night.
That's right. You weren't there. So you can't tell us if Gabrielle Medina was insane or if she was a thoughtful woman who had thought up the only way that she could keep Michael Grand and his fortune.
Yes, but I can't believe that...
We're not talking about belief. We're talking about kidnapping now. A kidnapping that continued for months while Gabrielle Medina kept silent.
She was in a great deal of pain. I saw that.
Miss McGillis, I realize that now that you have your baby back, I understand why you're willing to forgive her crime. You want to forget the misery and get on with your life. It's perfectly understandable. It's even admirable, but it does not belong in a court of law. In this hall, justice is our business, and justice must prevail.
I am not trying to undermine justice. I am just trying
to... It's just that you're a person who believes in the power of forgiveness. Now, we all respect that. It may have even saved Gabrielle Medina's soul, but it is not for us to deal with her soul in heaven. It is our job to confront her crime, and confront it we must. Now, I'm going to ask you again. In all the months that you watched Gabrielle...
Excuse me, I would like to say something here. Could I please make a statement? I am trying to answer a question. Her, please let me answer it in my own way. Is that all right with you, Your Honor?
Since Mr. Callison has reminded the court that our sole concern is justice, let's not stand on ceremony. Don't you agree, Mr. Callison? By all means, Miss McGillis, feel free to speak your mind.
There's no secret here, the harm that Gabrielle has caused. But what I keep trying to hold on to is the good that has come out of this thing. And I think Michael Grand knows exactly what I'm talking about. Don't you, Michael? I mean, when Alicia died, you lost all hope. You had no reason to go on living. I saw you. I saw you go through that. And then you were given this little baby that you thought was your son, and you were able to pour your love into that child. And you were able to gather your strength there. And you two together, you were able to survive.
Your Honor, this is totally
Let her finish,
irrelevant.
Mr. Callison.
Well, the prosecution is saying here that our business is justice, but I can't figure out what kind of justice there is without mercy. I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say is that when you 12 people go behind that door in there and you're trying to figure out the verdict and the punishment, I want you to really think about the effect of that verdict and punishment. And I'm not talking about Gabrielle. I'm talking about my son. I don't want my little baby growing up thinking that the woman who loved and nurtured him for the first months of his life is spending time behind bars somewhere. I do not think that is in Stephen's best interest. So, Your Honor, what I am trying to say to you is that I don't want this trial here to be some kind of exercise in revenge. I would really like to see this trial with Stephen as the heart of it. And I think that means ending it just as soon as we possibly can. I want my son, I want my Stephen Holden McGillis to just grow up and with some peace.
Miss McGillis, the court is very moved by your words and the feelings behind them. You remind us that our real purpose here is the pursuit of truth above all else. But I must instruct the jury in considering the witness's heartfelt statement. Do not overlook the facts in this case, the cold, hard facts. Mr. Callison.
No more questions.
The witness may step down.
This helps. Brenda's a real sweetheart.
Before we hear the prosecution's witnesses, I think we could all use a little rest. Court is adjourned until 10 tomorrow morning.
All rise.
Be brave, darling. The case is turning in your favor.
Did you get a look at her? Well, Brenda said she'd have made her feel better, made her feel just the other way.
Max.
I hardly understand you.
Brenda, have you got a minute?
We're just on our way out.
I just want to thank you. You said a lot of kind things about me up there, and I owe you a lot.
You don't owe me anything,
No,
Michael,
please, let me say this. What you said about Stephen and me was accurate. We gave each other strength in life. I loved him with every fiber of my being, and I will continue to love him. I will never stop. You know, the one consolation I have in all of this? No, the one joy I can grasp in all of this is that you're Stephen's mother.
You're very generous, Michael, but you please excuse us. We do have to be on our way.
I know. One more thing, Brenda. I don't know how you... I wish I could find my way to forgiveness like you seem to be able to. I find none of it in me for Gabrielle.
Well, it may take a while, but
Never. To say that I hate her is an understatement. I want her to be punished for all the pain that she's caused. I know that sounds mean and petty, but it's how I feel.
I don't know when you will forgive her, Michael, but you will. Yes, Michael, you will. Because all of your anger is not going to punish Gabrielle. Gabrielle is punishing herself. And you need to get over this. Because you are so much better than that, and you deserve so much better than this. So much more, Michael.
We really shouldn't be going to court's adjourned.
Okay.
Jesus.
You take care, Michael, okay?
Brenda. There's one more thing I need to clear up with you. Brenda, what you were saying just now, Ann up on the stand,